Okay, let's come to order, please. Thank you, Tony. Council meeting, March the 20th, 2018.
Motion to approve.
No, second.
Okay,
You got two different meetings.
yeah. That's the meeting on February the 20th, 2018.
That's it.
All right, we got a motion, second. All in favor? All right, special call meeting, March the 9th, 2018.
I make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor of that? Okay, thank you.
We're going to move on to new business. We'll begin with the probation services contract addendum. This was discussed by Thomas Mitchell in our work session.
If y'all have any questions about that, it's just apparently the rules that govern those particular businesses require some sort of termination language in there. The language that's in there still allows the city or the contractor to terminate in 30 days written notice, which is fine under the law. So there's no problem approving this amendment.
I make the motion that we approve.
I'll second it.
Perry made the motion, Eddie second. All in favor? Okay.
Next is the inspection fee increase. As discussed at the work session, it's to increase the inspection fee to $55 to meet the fee of the contractor so that we're not supplementing that with general fund monies.
I'll make a motion, we increase the fee.
We have a second.
I'll second.
Eddie second. All in favor? Okay, thank you all.
Bureau Veritas contract, we went over the, Mr. Chipwood spoke on behalf of the Bureau Veritas contract. He's here if you have any questions this evening.
I make the motion that we table this until next work session. So, I'd like to see a comparison between the three options, and that was the existing contractor, this contractor, and have hiring an employee.
And I'll second Perry's motion.
Okay, we got a motion, second. All in favor? Okay.
Next is Eddie's barbecue renovation of the rental building. And Eddie is here this evening if you guys have any questions on that.
Eddie, you want to come up?
Yes, sir. How's everybody doing this evening? How you guys doing? So, I'm here to take any questions. I know there was some concerns about the renovation of the small building with the smoker on the back and everything. So what I did is brought some pictures of our existing restaurant that just show the type of detailed work we put into place, and that we still want to keep the integrity of the town look without, we don't want to make it look tacky or anything like that. Like I said, I designed this place after my mom's kitchen, so I know how it goes with family and everything about coming into town, seeing something just thrown together or something well put together. So we definitely going to make sure we put it together nicely to where the community can enjoy it, and whoever comes through Statham can stop by and enjoy it also, and see that it's a community that really does antique buildings and this and that. I've been riding through town mostly every weekend to see what's going on. We actually trying to put on the little grass strip there to be a little more kid-friendly, dog-friendly, something like that, because I see people walking their pets through the town quite often on a Saturday and everything like that. Like I spoke before, I was in the United States Marine Corps, so I want to make sure that we're able to utilize the gazebo area as a little, if people want to come out and have a little picnic or eat a little barbecue out there, they might be able to utilize that little area without causing any mess or anything like that. We'll police the area and everything. This is a diagram I came up with that you guys can take a look at. Then you can also pass it around. Some of the dining room pictures and everything. No. And so it's going to be outdoor seating, but I just wanted you guys to see kind of like what route we took with the restaurant. And this is the small building here. We're going to fence this off basically with some good fencing, maybe the black metal fencing, or even go out here with the grass and everything, like I say, with the dog park, or kid friendly, so they could do some cornhole tossing or something if they out there eating and everything. The smoke shack would be kind of something to this effect, or better. It won't be, you won't be able to see the smoker and all that. We added some windows on just so a little more smoke to get a chimney out of it, like a rustic looking chimney out of it. So it'll go seamlessly with the building and everything. And the reason why we want to put it on the back, what you guys call it the front, I call it the back, because with the health department, we're going to make that location all kitchen. So all this is only going to be for employees, especially with the smoker at the back, because it's going to be a walk-up window concept. So that way when you have your festivals or this stuff in town, and it's still keeping the integrity of the parking lot, so we won't mess up with any parking spaces, as the mayor brought to my attention. And then even on the backside, we can put it for a bicycle rack or something out there, so it'd be a little bit more convenient for.
So what you're suggesting is that this covered smoker will be fully enclosed. It won't be chain link or anything like that. So look more
Right. It's going to be more like,
on the front.
right. I wanted to go with the building to have the same look as any other buildings around here, to where the employees be the only one that get access to the building, because it's too small to have customers inside. So we're going to make the whole building into a workable kitchen.
So the door is just gonna be for employees only?
Right, you won't even see the door that's existing there now. You won't see it because it'll be inside the smoke shack. So who's ever out there smoking meat will be having access to run back and forth to make it more efficient for us. But it will be exit doors on the smoke shack to get in and out.
And there won't be any damage to the building as far as you're attaching that to the
No.
building.
No.
You'll be able to return it back to its original appearance.
You're right, yeah. You're gonna be able to take this up and it'll be right back to the small room. This is just for like the protection of the smoker who's out there and everything. And I'm kind of looking to put a double door or garage type door on the side, so when we need to take the smoker out, because smoker will be on wheels, it won't be a fixture. It'll be where we can pull it out, pressure wash it, have it cleaned up always. I want to invite all you guys out to the restaurant so you can get the feel of what we created there. Like I said, it's very family friendly. If you look at a lot of our reviews, it's like visiting a relative and everything. So that's the same thing I want here.
Where are you planning on locating the shed?
Right in front of the door, where the awning is
On
now.
Railroad
Is that
Street?
correct?
Yes, sir. Right.
On Jefferson Street.
Along Railroad or Jefferson?
Jefferson.
This is Jefferson, this is Railroad.
I think you got the,
You got them wrong.
Oh, okay.
but I mean, I understand what you're saying, but yes, he's wanting,
Where
where
the
the
door-
awning is, where the door is,
Yeah.
putting it there.
Right.
Just, you know,
Because it's not gonna be,
It's
this
just
look
covering the
huge,
sidewalk.
right?
It's an extension of the building.
Right. Yeah, just enough for the smoker could get in and out. Like I said, I think we measured out 15 feet the other day we were there, and that's plenty of room. And it's still plenty of room to walk out, like I said. But I just wanted you to get the gist of the look, and then even on the back side of this building could say Eddie Shack Statham. Something to that effect. But like I said, with the pictures, I just wanted to show like we get into detail with the brick, and even up top of the shack, we're gonna have like a rustic looking chimney, as I said, to make it like definitely fit with the town. And then these would be the ideal picnic tables that would be out here for families to sit.
Now, are you gonna try to put umbrellas on them?
Yes.
Yeah.
at our location, we stain these up and everything, but it's under overhang, so. But I just wanted to like, so it'll coordinate like with the gazebo out there, like with the nice wood look and everything. And like I said, you still have your parking there, and we were even thinking about doing curbside service, but like I said, that might be later down the road. That way we could just get people in and out.
The diagram you presented, well, we had at workshop last week. Now you're gonna have grill and fire inside?
Yes, we possibly will, but for, we don't have to.
Okay, I mean, that's
Yeah.
up to you. I mean, I know that you gotta have the venting
Right.
system and all
Right.
that, and that's attachment to the building, and gets very expensive for that. Venting with the way the state makes you do it now.
Right, yeah. Well, I got it bidded out or whatnot, which we doing a very small hood, 6-foot hood, so.
Okay.
It's- yes.
I used to be in the restaurant business.
Okay,
I just know the
Yes, sir.
legalities of the fire
Yep.
extinguisher. I mean, it's just expensive when
Oh,
you
yeah.
start getting into that. And then it is attachment to that is permanent. Consider it could be permanent, could not be permanent.
Yeah, like if we needed to return it back, yeah, we'll take the hood out and everything.
But we might want to keep it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Hey, then keep it there.
Are you putting a fryer in?
he's that's what I was talking about. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
with the hood and all.
Because they even have the new fryers, as you know, they got the ones that you just push a tray in,
Right.
and it could sit on top of a countertop or anything. So we don't necessarily
Greaseless.
have to have right. It's greaseless, so you don't necessarily have to have the old school conventional fryer.
So you won't have to put a bathroom in, and you won't have to put a grease trap in, is that?
Well, we have to put a bathroom in, and then they got the above ground grease straps that hooks to the sink and everything.
Okay. And where do you plan on putting the bathroom? In?
I got my other blueprints here.
He's front. He calls it front.
Okay.
It'll be right next to, he'll
So
build.
this is where the drive-through window used to be, right here.
Well, then, yeah, that's where he intended to do the drive-through, yeah.
Yeah, he'll leave it.
So, like I said, I call it the back, y'all call it the front. That's the front door or whatnot, but it'd be my back door. The servant window would be here,
Okay.
and we actually will, I got a 3D image also. We will actually put a nice decorative covering over that gas line that's there, so that way it can be like a tabletop. So when we serve out the window, we can sit it there or something like that. So, but the gas man still can get to it with a swinging door and everything. So then if you come down, this is where the water heater is located. We're gonna make that uniform and everything to where we have
So
a,
your access to the bathroom will be outside.
right.
Okay.
So it still have public access, so for our diners
Yeah.
here can still get to the restroom. And I was looking at I forget what street did you say, guys? If you make a left.
That's Railroad Street.
Okay, this railroad.
Yeah.
I was actually looking to put a counter there, but I think I'm gonna hold off there because I would rather everybody be over on this side, and I feel that's a little safer too than having somebody sitting right closer to the street. But we can, and with the fencing, we could put an entrance there at where the sidewalk and the grass meets. Even one from the grass, one here, back on this side.
Now, how close to Jefferson can he legally have the front of his
Shed.
shed? Yeah.
How close to the,
To the highway?
I think he's got plenty of room for what he wants to do, but I don't, personally, I don't know.
But
He won't be in the highway.
right, what I can say is it doesn't extend further than where the sidewalk would eventually come. Like if it came from this side of the road over, it won't even meet to where the sidewalk. If you still want to lay sidewalk or whatnot, it doesn't even come out that far from the measurements. Like I said, from the last time we were out here, I think it measured 10 feet would be fine from that door to 15 feet would be more than this space.
Yeah, he had a Dutch roof on your drawings. Can you make?
Yeah, well, that's what, yeah, I'll get my contract.
Same pitch of type.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe even make it like to where it look two-story, not two-story, but where it's dropped down.
Right, I know, yeah.
Right, so, but it's, like I say, I would classy.
And how, and again, what, the size of, the width and the size of the shed is approximately what do you think right now you need?
The width of the building and the depth would probably be 10 to 15 feet. But I'll stay with whatever the building's at now. So it'll look
So
like.
you want the same?
Yeah, it'll look
Okay.
seamlessly almost. That way, like, so when people turn into town, you would never tell that's the front or the back. But now they'll say, okay, that's the back. And then people will come on in.
Oh, well, I understand it more now than I.
Yeah. We want you here, we just had some safety concerns.
Right.
You know, with traffic, a drive-through window, we had to kind of envision on how it was gonna work
Right.
for us, and that any public safety concerns were addressed.
Okay.
Because it's a real busy traffic area where you are, so.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't want anybody jumping the gun about the drive-through, because that was just a concept that was just thrown out there a little bit. But yeah, once we kept looking at it, 2 cars there, then we back in the road, and that's not gonna be good
Yeah,
at all.
but that was very, I mean, would have been unsafe. But
Right. But I think this now can give it to where more people want to come down and enjoy the whole downtown area.
when do you hope to get started?
Well, the first task was here.
But I understand.
And then now it's just getting the blueprint here. The health department say we almost there or whatnot. Just little modifications of putting another refrigerator in, and she wants to see the door open and everything, drawing the scale. So once we take that down there, I think she will sign off on it. Once she signs off on it, they're good to go. And the contractor was telling me he get his full crew on there, it could take 2 weeks at the most because it's such a small space. So we can be, hopefully, as well, we can be.
Open by May?
Yes, sir. And
Yeah,
it's,
we got the Spring Fest coming, so
and
we
what's
definitely
the,
want
what's the date?
May, I think it's around the middle of May.
It's, yeah, here it is. It's the 5th and 6th.
Okay.
May 5th and 6th.
Okay. Yeah, because what I'm planning for is we have the anniversary date at the restaurant in Cuba, and I want to announce that we're going to be opening the Statham location in May and everything, and get a lot of excitement. Now, I will be asking if I can, for the grand opening, to do something exciting by bringing a couple smokers up and everything, and just putting some smoke in there, letting people know we're here, good samples and stuff like that. Try to feed them.
Well,
That Spring Fest is gonna be a very good springboard
Okay.
for you to be at, and in my opinion, if you can swing it or get it done that quick, we're open to whatever you come up with.
All right. So I'll push forward. I'll keep you guys updated on the health department and everything like that. Like I said, I got a little bit of phases to it also, like on that side that's facing the railroad tracks with those open windows. I were even thinking about a concept of putting TVs in there, so when they're sitting in that area there, they can watch a little football from there too. So, but it'll be enclosed with the glass that's already existing there, so it's still no modification to the building. So,
do we need to make a motion to move forward?
What I think you need to do is, because he's still got to get a couple things done approved by the health department, and you all want that drive-through window removed, what I would suggest the motion be is authorize the mayor to sign off, because the reason this is the lease requires written consent by the city for any modifications.
Sure.
So when the health department approves and he redoes the drawing to remove the drive-through window, the motion is to authorize the mayor to sign off on those plans with those changes. Approval by health department, removal of the drive-through.
All right, okay, I'll make the motion to have it approved by the health department and have the mayor sign off on it, to his discretion. That's what you said we're going to do.
Okay.
We'll put that in,
Okay, in the drive-through.
yes,
Drive-through.
take it anyway, yes.
Okay. We got a motion and a second. All in favor? Thank you.
All right, and we are open tomorrow. You guys all can come down. It's on me. I want you guys to see the place and everything, so just let me know that you're on your way. I'll be in the building.
One other question, I mean, just, now your hours here will be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Or what's your hope here?
Thursday through Sunday.
Thursday
Yeah, that's how we
through
got
Sunday?
started, and like we did at the big restaurant, we now added on a day because people looking
I knew
for
you was, yes, I
So
knew
now
you.
it's Wednesday through Sunday at the main location, but I think we'll go Thursday through Sunday here,
Okay.
just see how it goes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much, Ed.
Okay, Michelle.
Next item is the Great American Cleanup. Bear County's Great American Cleanup is April 6th and 7th, and that's there for your review.
This is the main location.
Normally, we didn't have a cleanup week, so we hope Chris takes back in.
Yes, this year we'd like to participate.
Anybody can take over.
Anybody can take this back in.
And they run theirs pretty much same as here, $2 for tires and big tires, X amount, yeah.
It might be around the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I used it a couple of years ago, because I was outside the city. I used it a couple of years ago when they had it. Worked out fine.
And we'll put information in the newsletter that goes out with next month's water bills next week, or next week's water bills.
Okay, any questions on that? Do we need a motion to do that? Go with it.
No.
Next item is abandonment of lake and dam in Oak Springs.
The final plat is for Oak Springs indicates that the lake, which is open space on that final plat, may have been dedicated to the city. I have talked to the developer, and the covenants for the Oak Springs, the restricted covenants, there is a homeowners association. And the covenants actually define open space or the common areas to include that lake area. And so he's interested in getting that cleared up, but because there is some question as to whether it was dedicated to the city, we have to go through the disposition process. And I believe I sent the ad to the paper yesterday. You all just need to vote to go through that process. It'll be a sealed bid process, but I would anticipate, statute says that bids go, the winning bid, if you will, is the highest responsible bidder, because that is designated as part of their property and the covenants. It's something of a fait accompli if there's only one responsible bidder. But it's a process. That's what the purpose of that is.
Okay, I think that's good. That takes a lot of them to see.
Clears up title and addresses a couple of that issue as well.
Okay. What do we need to do?
Just a motion to authorize the disposition process.
Okay.
So moved. I'll make a motion.
All right. Do I have a second?
Awesome.
Perry made the motion, Eddie second. All in favor? Thank you.
Moving to citizens' concerns, Tammy Crawley, safety of city streets.
Okay, what I'd like for you to do, and everybody to do, is 5 minutes.
Right.
And give your name and address.
I can do that. My name is Tammy Crawley. I live at 2022 Rachel Drive in Statham. My husband and I have been living here about a year. We just bought a house. There's a few things that I think are some safety issues that the city needs to take into account. And one is that the stop signs in this town are not of regulation height. The minimum height measured vertically from the bottom of the sign to the top of the curb, or in the absence of curb, measured vertically from the bottom of the sign to the elevation of the near edge of the traveled way of signs at the side of the road in business, commercial, or residential area where parking or pedestrian movement are likely to occur, or where the view of the sign might be obstructed, shall be 7 foot tall. How I started with this is that there were some cars parked along on the other side of the school, and my husband was driving, and there was a car that was parked so close to the stop sign we couldn't see it. He just about ran that stop sign. And I also know about this because there was a lady that had got a hold of one of the news channels in another area of Georgia, and there's a stop sign that wasn't high enough, and she got a stop sign, running stop sign ticket, and she actually got out of that ticket. But I measured several places, Hammond and Broad Street. That stop sign's only 5'9". Glen Jackson and Broad, that's 6'5". Broad and Providence on both sides of the school, 167, 169. 8th and Broad, 6'8". Railroad and 6'5". Broad Street and 6'6". Now I know that some of these are close to 7 foot, but you understand what they say, a minimum of 7 foot, because there's a lot of stop signs that you just cannot see. You just can't see. And one of the other, obviously this is not all the stop signs for the city limits. So, I mean, there's a lot of them, I'm sure, that need to be raised up. And I noticed that since I've lived here and I've driven by, there's no police presence in the beginning of school or at the end of school for crosswalks. Anything, is that just not something that City of Statham does do?
That's up to Barry County.
It's up to Barrow County, even though it's in the city limits. Okay.
We're in the county too.
Yeah, I understand we're in the county too. But I was wondering, you know, so I would have to go to Winder to bring this up in the city?
To the county.
To the school, to the board of education, or
Barry
to the?
County
But the reason why I'm asking,
Sheriff's Department.
Okay.
so you think the sheriff's department might have to,
They in charge, and they send somebody down.
okay.
They have a school.
Oh, you're saying they should though?
Well, yeah.
They have in the past.
They don't, but I'm just
Okay, they
asking.
have in the past. I don't know why they haven't been a presence lately, but
Right.
they have in the past had
Yeah.
their own people here.
Because I don't know, and that street is just not safe. It's the stop signs aren't high enough. There's too much pedestrian walking. The street is actually just not safe. And I want to bring that to your attention.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Next is Catherine Corcoran, the City of Statham tactics.
I'm sorry that I was late tonight. I split my pants on the way over here, so I didn't want to scare anybody. I'm here tonight to talk about deceptive and harmful tactics used by the City of Statham. The dictionary defines tactics as strategy carefully planned to achieve a specific goal. This is important because with each new scandal, each new lawsuit, each new problem that is brought here to be addressed, you typically use these tactics to sweep things under the rugs rather than apologize or fix anything. A few of the tactics that have been used by this council are, number one, lie. Lie till you can't lie anymore. Then lie a little bit more, and then tell a little bit of the truth. Number two is, hey, look over there, don't look over here. Number three would be put on a pageant. Number four is, when all else fails, just attack. There are so many examples of lies that it's hard to know where to begin. Mayor Bridges, last year, Dwight McCormick came to you and asked how much money was going to be put into renovating the house that's next door. And your answer to him was $100. Why? Because you neither know nor care how much money is being wasted on your pet project. The original building permit says $25,000 for renovation. Now, that's a lie too, but who cares, right? Nothing that you say can be relied on to be the truth. If an outright lie doesn't work, you just move on to the next tactic, which would be look over there, don't look over here. You used that tactic last week when you put the blame for the unfinished 2015 audit on Woody McNair of Hawkins and McNair. You laughed and said, that guy has personal problems. No, your budget has personal problems. Here's what your man Jerry Hawkins had to say about the budget in 2017 a few months ago. Quote, we discovered that the cash accounts had not been reconciled to the general ledger for the past 6 years. There are 9 bank accounts not recorded on the general ledger. The balance of the general fund's operating account in 2015 was $726,000 negative, which is $813,000 understated. End of quote. All of this was in a letter from Jerry Hawkins threatening to quit on that day. Now we're told that the 2015 audit should be done by the end of March, which is a few days from now. We're told no money is missing, no wrongdoing has taken place. We'll see if a forensic accountant agrees with that. If the auditors give anything but a less than qualified opinion of the audit, it only means that Hawkins and McNair were lying when they said that money was missing. In CPA James Whitaker's contract with Statham, he specifically states that he will not be using generally accepted accounting principles of the United States. Let that sink in. That's very significant because a city audit is required to be audited using generally accepted accounting principles of the United States, obviously. Again, all of this is available through open records by contacting Ms. Chang. How can you rely on an audit that doesn't even use generally accepted accounting principles? Another tactic is put on a pageant. We've seen time and time again where you, the mayor, and the city council members have literally staged a show to discredit people and bolster yourselves. In 1999, a little boy drowned in an illegal sewer sludge pit that you, Mr. Mayor, had dug in the Peters Street part of town, of course. Same area where the dump was going to be put. After his death, Randolph Rainwater Park was named after that little boy. On that very same day, the mayor had a park named after himself on the opposite side of that town. If you can't get outraged about that, there's something seriously wrong with you. An 11-year-old boy drowned in an illegal sewer pit, and the mayor couldn't even allow one day to honor that boy without naming Robert Bridges Park after himself on that same day. When the problems with the police department were brought to you all, instead of seizing the moment to apologize and change things, in December of 2016, you each dressed up and you took turns telling us about your good deeds. Then Alan Johnston, Police Chief Alan Johnston, presented pie charts and graphs about the horrible DUI drug craze that was sweeping Statham. I'm going to let real statistics speak for themselves. Out of 63 of Mark Lofton's fraudulent DUI arrests, not a single one went to trial. Not a single one. And the kicker is that the Statham police have not made one single DUI drug arrest in the town of Statham in the entire year of 2017. That should tell anybody something. And that's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. That's the truth. Learn how to tell it.
Thank you.
Mary Williams, elections, 8th Street traffic and concerned citizens.
Your name and address, please.
Mary Williams, 2545 Marixa Drive, Statham. Okay, the first thing I want to address are the elections. And I do know that you have been proposed with the amount of money that it would take for Barrow County to take them over.
And I just want to encourage you all to go ahead and agree to that. For one thing, it was a problem, and I think people were refused to have a ballot mailed to them for an absentee vote. And Barrow County would do that. That wouldn't be a problem. They have a lot more manpower, and I think it's like $1 per vote, something.
$1 per vote per population.
Okay, yeah, okay. But it seems like it would be more feasible for that to be done as far as being able to meet the needs of the citizens.
I agree, and that's what we're gonna do next.
Okay, okay. The next thing is the 8th Street traffic. I don't know how often y'all travel 8th Street, but whenever I travel it, not every time, but many times, there are children going to the park. People go very fast up and down 8th Street because they've just come off of 316. They're flying. These kids are in danger. That's not a very wide road. So what I was interested in is seeing if you all could at least consider putting sidewalks on 8th Street, just so we don't have a tragedy with a child being hit by a car. I think that's very, very important because of the speed that people travel through there. And you know, the younger drivers, they don't care. You know, they're not looking for kids. They're invincible, so. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is the subject of the concerned citizens. And, you know, I did approach you and I said what a lovely, beautiful job you had done on the Sunflower Festival. And I meant that. That was very genuine and heartfelt when I told you that. And I watched what you and he did. And I just want to say something. For anybody to say they caused the death, suicide of a loved one, is about as low as you can go. And I cannot believe that you all think you are leaders of the city when you can't even lead your own life any better than that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Executive session?
No, John.
No executive session. No, ma'am. Okay, we have a motion on there. All right, having made the motion.
I second.
Okay, thank you. Light session, executive motion.
Yes, sir.
Call him back.
McDaniel? Send it up. And we can get with Sam about these, Sam. We'll set something up with you on